Canberra? How did I get here?
It had been a busy end to 2023. I'd had some health issues throughout the year, including a cancer scare that would see me back in surgery in February this year. After a busy Christmas and New Year's, I needed to get into the wild by myself. What better place than the Jagungal Wilderness? The next question was where to approach it from. The Grey Ghost had given me some old wild magazines. One of these included track notes for Jagungal by Paddy Pallin himself, but I wasn't so keen on the northern approach. I'd already done that 3 times before. So I decided on approaching from the south. I'd park at Mungyang Power Station near Guthiga, walk up onto the range, and then explore an area I'd never been into before, slink past to Jagungal. I had a few days and mapped out a plan in my head.
I just find the first 15 minutes of any walk hard, but even more so when you've been in a car for 7 hours and the walk starts by going straight uphill. The last time I came down this hill would have been very early 2000s. It was the middle of winter. We got to Guthiga Power Station just before sunset. So by the time we were coming down here, it was pretty dark. And I stopped to fix something. And one of my skis went shooting off down the slope in the darkness. Thankfully, I was able to find it. Okay, so it's 4:50 p.m. Starting to look a bit ominous out to the west, which is where I'm heading, towards Whites River Hut. I'm sort of chuffing along at a fair clip to get there as soon as I can, just in case it starts to bucket down, which is forecast. Okay, couldn't avoid it. It's raining, but it's warm. It's a bit pleasant actually. Better get the umbrella out. Well, I got the shower, couldn't avoid it. It's lovely and cool though. Hopefully there's not too much in it.
The last time I was at White's River Hut, we had a warning of a blizzard that was coming in overnight. So Pete and I dug our tent in, ready for a pretty wild night, which is exactly what we got. Lots of snow and lots of wind. We were glad when the sun rose the next morning.
Well, the rain has stopped for now, so I'm going to head on up over the pass there to Schlink Hut, and that's where I'll camp for the night. It's lovely and cool now, cool but not cold. It's a lovely shower. Oh, finally made it to Schlink Pass, and it is very humid after the rain. Still a lot of sort of cloud around, but hopefully we don't get much more rain. Just coming into Schlink Hut, looks like there's a few people already set up with their tents. It's 6:30 p.m. Temperature is just perfect. It's lovely. Cool. It's probably about 18 degrees. It's taken about an hour and a half from Schlink Hut, but Valentine Hut, let's check it out. Love what they've done with their colours.
So I have my lunch. I'm just sort of contemplating where to from here. It's already about 12:30, and I'm just near Greymere Hut. It's probably another 20 minutes or so away. And the forecast this afternoon is more storms, so I don't know whether I just sort of head up there and see what happens or keep on pressing on to Jagungal. Just to turn off to Mount Jagungal, the Jagungal Trail. I've been here for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's turned into a long, hot afternoon. Hence, while I'm sitting on a chair under an umbrella, getting out of the sun, trying to have some respite from the flies. Just figuring out what to do from here. I was talking to somebody earlier and they said that there was a creek just near the turnoff, within 20 metres of the turnoff. Well, there was no creek within 20 metres of the turnoff. I'm wondering what to do about water because I don't have too much left. There's a creek marked on the map a little bit further along this trail, so I think I'll probably head there, and if it's nice, I may camp there tonight. Almost as if on cue, as soon as I dumped my pack and started climbing the Jagungal track, just up here, it started to rain. And I've just run into some more hikers and they said, yeah, there's more on the way. I'm sort of down in a little valley, so it's hard to get a handle on where it's coming from and how bad it could be. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, this is a nice little campsite just near the river here, but I don't want to set up a tent because these boys might have it. I imagine they're up the mountain. Oh, 6 o'clock. What's the date look like? Well, my watch told me I had a poor night's sleep last night, and if that video footage captured what went on, I think that's stating the bleeding obvious. It was pretty nasty. Torrential rain, huge amount of lightning and thunder. But hopefully it's like yesterday and this little bit of misty cloud lifts and we end up with a nice day. Cheers. The rain quickly passed and I enjoyed a few hours of champagne bushwalking. The low misty cloud gave the landscape an atmospheric feel and the colours seemed richer in the morning light. As I crossed the Gihai River, I met Arunya and Rob, the only people I would see all day, and the first barefoot bushwalker I'd ever met in my life.
Well, I'm back at Schling Pass and I've got some phone reception and checked the forecast and it is wet. So I was kind of planning to stay another night and heading out really early in the morning. So I've got a 7-hour drive back to Newey and a function tomorrow night. And I'm weighing up seriously the option of just getting out this afternoon and heading maybe to Cooper or Canberra and finding a bed. We'll see how we go, but it's pretty bleak out to the west and pretty bleak out to the east, which is where I'm heading.
In a little over 2 days, I'd covered over 70 kilometres. I'd walked through some beautiful landscape and seen huts I hadn't visited before. I had to turn back from Jagungal, but I was happy with my decision when the storm rolled in. No summit fever here, thanks. Big shout out to the Kosciuszko Huts Association and the National Parks and Wildlife Service for maintaining the heritage huts and facilities. In the years since my first trips into the Snowies, I've seen a major improvement in how these huts are maintained. Let's hope future generations can continue to discover these. It was a hard walk, solo walks often are, as your mind plays tricks on you and self-doubt creeps in. But it'd been just what I needed to start the year.
I'm not done changing out on the road.